Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to SETI Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party Network. I am your host, Daniel Prue, and joining me as always, I have Darren and Philip. Guys, how are you doing?
Forsooth, verily, my liege, I'm doing well.
Yeah, okay. What about you, Darren? Do you have any,
Forsooth, I have broken my tricorder, and I will send it to ye blacksmith in engineering.
Darren, don't.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm doing. Don't.
Okay, I'll just be the one you think is dead for half the episode, and then I turn out not to be.
And you're just in, like, another room eating giant turkey legs? Is that what's going on?
Exactly.
All right, that's fair enough. We will get to that, believe it or not. But is there anything else exciting going on in either of your neck of the woods, Darren or Philip, that you want to talk about for this week?
Well, I'm doing... In fact, I have it on stop to record here. I'm still re-engaging with Voyager. Given this period of my life, I'm about to move to my own Delta Quadrant. But it's look, not everyone's cup of tea, or at least the first season or whatever. But like, I'm watching The Cloud right now, the infamous episode The Cloud, and it has like such little moments that I think are just awesome. You get the whole coffee in that nebula, but you get Neelix thinking what I think Neelix could have been as this sort of counter paradigm of Starfleet, because he's like, why we say we're gonna go home, they're just exploring every stupid cloud and every net, which I think is sort of like is a nice counterbalance to this whole Starfleet Star Trek show. You have someone who's like, why do you explore? That's stupid. And then you even have the Doctor getting in on the act. It's like, I don't know why we say we're going home, we're just gonna explore everything. But anyway, there's nice little banter with him and B'Elanna, which I don't know where that's coming from, but that was nice. So just enjoying Voyager, and then of course to talk about another series. We're going to tip our hat. Happy 20th anniversary to Enterprise.
That's right, Enterprise.
Oh, yes. And in fact, there's been a lot of talk this past week. I've seen some interviews done with Mr. Bakula. Of course, mostly talking about, apparently he's deep in talks, or there's been
This
talks.
is reboot month, guys.
Yeah.
Did you...
reboot of... whatever that show
Quantum
is called.
Leap.
Quantum Leap, thank you. Yep.
And then Darren, I don't know if you've heard the news.
Yes, I have.
Babylon 5 reboot.
Babylon 5 reboot.
So
with JMS.
On CW.
Is it, like, actually confirmed, or is it still rumor mode?
No, well, JMS just tweeted it, so,
Okay,
Yeah.
so that's pretty official. All right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Has there been another property where the original creator of the original thing was the person that rebooted it?
It's an interesting question.
Yeah, it's called Star Trek The Next Generation.
Well, that's not a reboot. That's a continuation.
Well,
I mean, I know
it's a
what you mean.
sequel
I know what you
series.
mean.
It's literally called The Next Generation. If we're getting Babylon 5
but
for The
it
Next
is
Generation.
It was an oddity in '87 of, we're bringing back Star Trek. I mean, yes, I know it's not a reboot, but it's still, that stuff didn't happen.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of like any other property that has
It
this.
probably happened in Doctor Who 8.5 times.
It's
or
never a
something.
reboot. That's a continuation, not a reboot.
Yeah.
That's a good... I just would sit here... I mean, I can't do it right now because we're recording
The
a podcast.
phrase "New Who" would belie that statement.
Well,
Philip.
also the news this month, if we're going to get into it, is that we now have a new showrunner of Doctor Who. Chris Chibnall is leaving. The new showrunner is the first showrunner. Russell T Davies is coming back.
Not the first showrunner.
Of New Who.
Even I would know the history of Doctor Who.
I was going to say, first Doctor, he's still alive?
The first New Who is coming back.
He was a teenager when he ran season 1,
Speaking of unprecedented, have you ever had a showrunner return after 2 previous showrunners?
There's a lot to unpack there. I was just surprised when the Babylon 5 stuff came out, because I was like thinking, I don't.
Yeah.
Does it work? Because he was like, I
don't
know
know.
he was like the big, like this was like his thing. It was this big project. It was his vision, and then he put it out there, and then it had its bumps and its ups and its downs. But that was it, and I would have thought that was his version of Babylon. And why do it again. It's weird. I just even like George Lucas did the prequels. He didn't do episodes, A New Hope again. So I just was thinking, like, is there? I'm sure there is, but maybe we're just not thinking of it. But I don't know that there's a.
Well, and with Babylon 5, it's strange because, I mean, I haven't looked into it, but I think what I've heard is that it's a retelling of Sheridan's story, Bruce Boxleiter. And whereas I think it would be interesting if they redid Sinclair, who was the original lead who left after the first season, maybe if they're going to retell the 5-year story, are they going to do it with the same characters, or how are they going to mix it? I don't know. I'm kind of in the same boat as you, Daniel, where it's like, is this I thought this story was already told. So what other way is he wanting to tell the story that he couldn't last time? I don't know. I mean, I haven't engaged with everything JMS has done, but goodness knows the man is prolific. Comic books, TV, movies, everything. And so it's not like you can complain like, oh, well, he only does with the one thing and he's going back to do the one thing. He's done like a million things. And so everything. I don't feel like Babylon 5 was his failure that he has to go back and correct. It's like, no.
And so it's just interesting that he's deciding to do it. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I'll be watching.
I thought to myself, like, man, like, I know it's early going because he just talked about it. I've never, you guys have known I'd watched the one episode that you made me watch, but that's it. So I was like, oh man, now I got to watch the whole show before the new one comes out.
I mean, it's good.
It would be as if, and not that it couldn't still happen, is if Aaron Sorkin rebooted The West Wing, which he has, not a real discussion, but he's floated out who he wanted for the president. That was about it.
Yeah. I guess when you have those kind of like really standout writers, like if Aaron Sorkin literally he could like make the same scenario, just update it with a lot of the same characters, I would definitely still watch that. It might be interesting and it might be cool, and maybe JMS is thinking the same thing. Like, whatever, like I'm gonna update a few things and then see how things are different. Whatever, like you mentioned with the West Wing. What Aaron Sorkin did with the, I don't know what you'd call it, the
special
show? Yeah, the special, yeah. So that, maybe there's something there. I don't know, but...
And for listeners who can't see Daniel, has an Office background with an Office t-shirt. Daniel, you're going to live long enough to see an Office reboot.
Yeah, I think they're going to reboot it in the UK. Try it over there.
See how it works. It'll probably only last a season or two, but,
Ricky Gervais would be great in that. If I had to put a name on it.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I don't know if we'll see an Office reboot. I'm not sure.
In 20 years, like I said, you'll live long enough.
With how much money it made, yeah.
You'll see.
You either live long enough to see your.
Just the fact that everything we're talking about is '90s reboot. Quantum Leap, Babylon 5.
Yep.
Well, Quantum Leap was earlier than '90s. That was like
late '80s, early '90s. I would think it would almost track with Next Gen, possibly.
Did it? I feel like it was like half a decade earlier, but...
So to bring it all back, happy 20th, Star Trek Enterprise.
Yep.
That's true. That's true.
We did get sidetracked, but yeah. So go do Enterprise rewatch, because I still think that show's great.
No, you're right. I was mistaken. It's 89 through 93, so it's right on TNG. I never got into it, so for some reason I was thinking it was like mid to late 80s and never approached the 90s.
I grew up watching it. That was like one of my few shows I would watch.
You must be wrong, Philip. I mean, my cursory knowledge must trump yours, obviously.
I'm the old man on the porch here. I remember.
Well, speaking of bringing things back from the past, we got Jeffrey Combs this week in...
We did.
Lower Decks.
Let's talk
about that. Star Trek Lower Decks, Season 2, Episode 7-ish, we'll say. I can't find the...
I would love it. That's what it was called.
Where
yes, it is Episode 7.
Wow, good guess me. Where Pleasant Fountains Lie. So, Darren and Philip, what did you guys think about this episode? Because there are two very different storylines going on.
Yeah.
Here. We have essentially an evil computer storyline and also... an inheritance.
This isn't a main character story. This is a Billups episode, guys. Like he gets a lot of screen time.
Yeah, this is a Billups And, of course, a Mariner/Boimler storyline. But you're right, Billups does... Let's start there. That's a great point, Darren. We don't get these side character stories super often, but we get an entire B to A plot here on the engineer, and it turns out he's royalty. So what did you think about that, Darren?
You know, my favorite part of this episode was the fact that their crew gave everything magical names for the high technology. It was just funny, and there's a horse and hay in the middle of the corridor, and it's so ridiculous. But it's you know what? I'm sure they're, it felt like they're LARPing. They're like Starfleet LARPers or something, and they just But it was funny. I thought it was fun. Yeah, I liked. I guess we'll call it the A plot, as best as we can. But yeah, I enjoyed Billups and that whole story. Does Tendi have a thing for? I don't know, because they keep going close to the sun every orbit, because she was really upset when he died. I mean, apparently he's almost died several times now. But yeah, that was. I mean, and I totally didn't trust the mom ever. This is not the time that she's going to all of a sudden
Did you guys get? You know what? Before we get there,
Yeah.
we'll let Philip chime in real quick. Just overall impressions of the Billups storyline. What did you think, Philip?
Well, first of all, for the record, because I didn't know until I just Googled it while you were talking. I'm not going to listen, Darren. I mean, isn't this the question? Where's the title come from? Any guesses? I mean, I looked it up. I can tell you right now.
Shakespeare.
Shakespeare. It is Shakespeare.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It is from Venus and Adonis, one of his love poems. The quote here is, "Fondling, she saith, since I have hemmed thee here within the circuit of this ivory pale, I'll be a park, and thou shalt be my dear. Feed where thou wilt, on mountain or in dale, graze in my lips, and if those hills be dry, stray lower, where the pleasant fountains lie." Wink.
That does seem appropriate for the episode, I will say.
appropriate, but you have to get into it to realize how non-PG it is.
Yeah. I have to say, I really enjoyed this episode. I'm not solidly thinking all of season 2 Lower Decks in my head right now in every episode, but I think this would probably be in my upper tier ranks of this season. I really enjoyed it. Everything was kind of even as far as the quality of the humor. It wasn't anything A's funny but B's stupid, or but I thought it was very engaging. It was very pacey. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, did you guys get? So I got Loaxana vibes.
Yes, instantly.
That's true.
His mom showed up.
It was very, very kind of the vibe of the mother's back again. You know what that episode's gonna be like? Oh boy, guys, it's always trouble when Billups' mother shows up.
So he gives up an entire kingdom, essentially, for at the cost of his virginity. Right? He's not allowed to give up his virginity, and then, but he gives all of that up for Starfleet, which is a very Lower Decks twist way of kind of character tropes that we've seen before. This is not essentially anything new, just wrapped in kind of a sillier packaging. But this is a nice little flavor, I think, for a character that we don't really care or know much about. I think this does put a little bit of, I wonder if this is going to come up again in some sort of silly joke. But I thought it was, I really did like that part of the episode where he is, of course, we've seen this 1,000 times. No, Mom, I don't want to do what my mom wants or my family wants me to do, or what my
kind of a Sarek
tells me.
kind of portion in there as well. Loaxana, Sarek basically took all the Star Trek parents.
Yeah. I'm my disapproving parent does not like me being in Starfleet, but I'm going to do it anyways. Blah 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 blah. I thought it was good, and it was a tropish, but it was well done.
She had kind of a sprinkle of Ardra, I feel like, in her as well.
I could see that.
The manipulative part.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, she came across as manipulative in this?
She's very straightforward arrow. And also, I mean, it's so stupid, but I love the Ren Faire aspect, because, it's not even a TOS thing. You could say, oh, it's like TOS, the mobster planet, the Nazi planet. It's no, we do that in TNG. There's the Scottish planet. There's the Irish planet. There's, why not just be the Ren Faire planet? Why not? Just these random groups of society make their own colonies. Why not these people? So I thought that was just a cool trope of TNG without, I mean, that's maybe very subtle, that I thought that it kind of creates like, sure, that could happen. Why not?
Well, and yeah, it was fun, having Rutherford. He was showing his stripes, and like I liked the moments where Billups and him were working together and actually solving the problem and like actually, tech in the tech, which was fun. But yeah,
I have to say I was I always got to complain about something. I was a little disappointed. Like I feel like I'll forget everyone's names. I feel like the first officer had Ransom. Ransom.
Yeah.
I think he had more lines than Tendi in this episode. I was like, is Tendi even in this? And then like it wasn't until like, I don't know, a third of the way through the episode, like she even shows up. I'm like, but I like Tendi.
Normally she would have had a side plot like in medical, but I don't think we really got that. All we got was her looking out the window. Oh, he's dead. And then that was kind of her introduction into this story.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, and again, I'm not complaining about the Billups story, but it's sort of like you had non-lower decks in the A story. I'm like, that's the whole point of the. Okay.
Well, I mean, it would have been weird. I was fine that it was Billups. Could imagine if it was like, oh, it's Rutherford. It's like that would have been like too much. Like it was more interesting it being one of the senior crew, which in this case are the side characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it was also weird to me that like they tried to kind of play it off as real. Like all of a sudden, oh, they're both dead. And when they're not, so it kind of deflates the tension, which is fine, whatever. That part lasted for 4 minutes, and it didn't matter.
It's also like the, you have the other dead, and I don't know how it really happened in the episode. Let's say it like 5 minutes. Oh, they're dead. Like no one's like, oh wait, there's Rutherford. I found him.
I was just say scan for life forms or
no.
Yeah, the computer knew where he was the whole time.
I did like the minstrel knocking out his comm badge because I guess that was a piece of tech to activate jamming frequency, but you had to strum. It's like, okay, like, I mean, you could do that if you wanted to. It seems like it'd just be easier to push a button on a tricorder, but hey, you do you.
Billups also, we can add him to the tally of people who dramatically throw their comm badge onto the table in order to resign.
Which I mean, it's so stupid, but again, I like it. Like, it's a very, like, it's almost theatrical, because as he's giving the speech, they're slowly dressing him. Like, it's like something you would do on the stage just to do a quick change, and he's like, suddenly he's the king.
So it was good, and of course, like you guys mentioned, Rutherford was involved, although he really doesn't push anything forward for Rutherford. It's just fine. I mean, he had his moment of like, I don't know if I want to go over there, but then he was fine.
Pushing him to do new things, that was the conflict I'm hand quoting with Tendi and him.
But again, that's kind of it. Like, we've kind of covered that whole plot. Like, it didn't have that much more to it.
The A and C, basically.
Yeah.
So, anything else to touch on there? Probably not. But
no, I mean, like, it was good. It was good. Just it was. I mean, I almost, and again, find something to complain about, because everything was perfect. I almost want to know more about that society, because we almost didn't get that much, but maybe we just got enough, and you don't need to have any more. But
well, they could always show up in the finale. I mean, these are the kind of things like his mother would show up again. Like, that's the kind of thing they would bring back around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it was good. I liked it too.
But so guys, let's just plug me in right over here. I mean, there's a port. It's easy. I could turn on the lights for you. Jeffrey Combs, we missed you.
Yes, we got the return of Jeffrey Combs in Star Trek. Last seen, let's see, I guess probably this season, or the series finale of Enterprise.
That's true. Wow.
Oh gosh, that was weird, because I was thinking like, well, DS9's the answer, but no, you're obviously right. Okay.
So the episode actually starts out with a quick Ransom's on some planet, and it's a very TOS-y vibe.
Oh, it's very much like
Our bad.
our bad. This war that we've been having because the computer told us to. It's like straight out of TOS.
Taste of Armageddon. I think it's the episode.
I think you're right. Yeah.
So it turns out that there's an evil computer that they capture, which is voiced by Jeffrey Combs, and now it is up to both Mariner and Boimler to, I guess, they basically have to hand it into the warehouse at the end of Raiders of the Lost Ark.
The Daystrom Institute. You know,
It is the Daystrom Institute.
where all bad computers go.
So what do you guys think about this storyline?
Go ahead, Darren.
No, I was thinking. I mean, it's interesting because for half of it, you know, Boimler's playing the con, where he's acting counter, but he's actually acting in like a what's the word? He's acting in a way where he's actually standing up for himself more and being upset about legitimate things, but then it turns out like that was all a ploy to, you know, trick the computer. It's like, no, but keep going, Boimler. Like you're not wrong. But yeah, I don't know how I felt about that, you know, kind of dichotomy, but I mean, I liked how at the end he was smarter and made. I mean, he's playing again the con against Mariner just so for the sake of the computer. And he's like, I just plugged you into the lights. And he's like, I will blind you.
Switch.
And it's like, tick, 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 tick.
That was good. No, I feel the same exact way you do, Darren. Like, it's
it's like the wake up and it's a dream. It's like character development. Oh, just kidding. It was a lie.
Well, I was going to say, it successfully fooled me. Like, I just thought, like, oh my God.
Oh, it did
Boimler's
me
being
too.
stupid as usual. I hate this whole dynamic of, you know, as we always complain.
I mean, I kind of wanted to listen to Jeffrey Combs. Like, I would probably do what he says. You know,
yeah.
Very
plug me in
talkative.
over there. Yeah, I see both sides of it for sure. The part that I liked was that Boimler outsmarted it. He was the one that came up with the idea. He played it perfectly. He did it great. He executed his plan. The part that that's exactly what you're talking about, Darren. The part that I didn't like was like, okay, well, now that you've succeeded, Mariner still was a jerk to you. You still need to hold her feet to the fire. But of course they don't. They don't, because she can get away with whatever she wants. It's just part of, I guess, the DNA of Lower Decks. But it was just because she, like, when he showed her that scene, I'm like, oh, is the robot, is the computer playing a trick on Boimler?
Right.
Where we find out that's not the case, that Mariner literally pulled him off his duty that he wanted to do, and just because she's jealous or whatever reason that she had. And I was frustrated that I'm like, no, okay, now that you have successfully made it through this mission, now you can still confront her, but no, we just...
That's true, because that's not cool, you know,
No.
changing. And again, like, we feel like we had this conversation before where Mariner and Boimler confront each other on, like, you know, oh, you just left me on the it's like, okay, like, how many times are we going to have this conversation, like, again and again and again?
And I don't know how to do it, so I mean, I always, you shouldn't complain if you can't have a suggestion. But like, at this point, I guess I'm unsure of the Boimler story. And there doesn't have to be; it's a cartoon. In fact, it's supposed not to be serialized. But I'm like, what's his, like? He still wants to be promoted, right? Like the same thing as season 1, episode 1. Like, there's no change, right? Like, it's still the same motivation
Back
for
to
his
status
character.
quo.
Yeah. And so then it's just then it just is Mariner in the way. That she's the stumbling block. He wants to get promoted, but she's, oh, you're not ready, or you're I don't, you know. And so then it's just like, by, I don't even know where we are, mid-season, 3/4 of the season done, and
she's pretty harsh. She's like, you're not ready, and it's like, dude, like,
I was on the Titan.
Yeah, I would have thrown that in her face.
That's what makes her most upset, is if you mention the word Titan around her, apparently.
I do enjoy, and this is maybe a little residue from the previous episode, that Captain Riker is now like in the tier, you know, because like like, you know, and which is I agree, sure, why not? But like, I mean, Captain Picard is still like Captain of the Enterprise in this you know, at this time. So, but I like that everyone's like, oh, the Titan, Captain Riker. Ooh.
Wasn't Kelsey Grammer captain of the Enterprise for a while. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, let me show you a book, Darren. We can talk about it. No, yeah. I it's just weird. It's like Mariner is essentially now like Boimler's foil. Like she's trying to stop him from succeeding, and it's like hard for you. Like even if you see things from her perspective, like if she was hurt because he left. Like first of all, again, we've dealt with this 4 episodes ago. Let it go, man. Like he just got assigned to a different ship. But like at this point, she's like active. She's kind of, in my mind,
She's
like. Do you remember?
sabotaging him.
She's sabotaging.
Regressing him.
She's becoming a villain. Like, do you remember in the
movie one?
The movie one? Exactly what I was thinking. Like she's starting to become like a villain of a story, and it's like, okay, you're going too far.
Well,
if he's
and
her
we know
friend,
from her
whatever.
that she's gone up and down in the promotion ranks. Like she's been promoted and demoted like several times. So like, but Boimler can't have a chance to get promoted again without. I almost want them all to get like collectively promoted to like lieutenant junior grade, so they're still all even.
You're still a junior officer.
No, that's the thing. Like they think it's all going to be better, but then they still get the same like crap assignments. Yeah, I mean, I think that would be funny. Like let them
You just
play
get
with
slightly
those
better
two
quarters.
ranks. Yeah,
I would love. They should like season 2. I don't know if that season 2. That should happen, and then like you just because I forget like on the ship, the lower decks. But like, they could just be one deck higher, but it's still the lower decks.
Yeah.
Like you're not the mid decks.
I will say,
or they get moved down to that pod.
Oh,
between, like I didn't think there was a lower deck than the deck we were on, but we found it. It's I didn't even know this was set.
Now that you're able to handle all this responsibility, we're assigning you to the pod.
they have to teleport or like spacewalk to get there, or whatever.
Turbolift, Daniel. There's obviously turbolift.
That would be funny to see the turbo lift that goes to that section. That's something that lower decks would be great at showing. Like it's
That's
like.
true.
Do you know what you could do in Star Trek land? You could easily tractor like an actual, like a direct line from the saucer section to that pod. You could just
I think you should make it like a transporter door, where it's like the door opens, you
Like
step
Picard?
through it, it beams you, and you're instantly in the other part of the ship. It's like a shortcut door.
Well, enjoy is the wrong word, but I did like seeing when they showed the coupling of the two ships. It was very Discovery, because I think that's the only show that showed
I was
that kind of
surprised by
coupling of the
I'm
ships.
like, we're just gonna dock. Okay, sure. I mean, why? There's no reason not to. I'm surprised they found the side of the ship with the red-green light configuration.
Darren.
I'm not gonna get over it. I'm not. I can't.
You know what I like too, and it's something that's always there, but for some reason they kind of highlighted it in this episode, was the view. Honestly, the view that they have from their like where they are on the
Quarters.
ship is awesome.
Yeah, because you can see the pod and the warp
nacelles.
trail going
Yep.
out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's like, this is cool, man. Like,
Yeah.
I would love to be there. That'd be great.
It's your own little 10 forward view, but the back.
10 backward. I don't know if that's a thing.
But
Yes.
I'm more interested because we all know, it's really, if the formula of the show follows season 1, then we know there's going to be some sort of grand finale in the episode 10 where they're bringing back other things and, other stuff's going
Pack
on.
lids, one assumes.
Yeah, I'm assuming pack lids, but I don't know. It'll be interesting. I mean, I'd love to see, what name did he go with? But Boimler's copy, show up and they work
William.
together. Yeah, William. I think, which I just got on how like kiss butt that is for Riker. It's like, oh my gosh, really? Yeah, I didn't make that connection in the beginning. But yeah, just have everybody come back in. Or that'd be interesting if like he comes by for a mission and Mariner gets to interact with William, and it's like, is he different? Does he act different? Does he act like he's better than Boimler? And then she takes offense to that because she, Boimler's her friend. And even though
Kind
he's
of.
like, well, it's the way they write it.
She
But
would.
I mean, that would
agree.
but that would be interesting though, if all of a sudden she's now propping up Boimler because she's like, your copy can't treat you like that, and he's like, yeah, but he's higher ranking on the Titan, so he kind of is.
I just had to Google because I couldn't remember, and I'm sure you do because you have better memories than me. So season 3 is already being done.
Being worked on.
Yeah, and recorded. So because I was thinking, like you say, where is this going to end, and then where does it? I mean, and look, if it continues with the same old thing, look, it's funny, it's jokes, that's fine. But I am wondering what they're leading to, if anything.
It's hard though because again, I'm totally fine with them all staying ensigns forever, but they've put
Ensign Kimming.
well, but they've Ensign Kimming. But they've put this drive in Boimler and some of the others like to go up, and it's like, well, then are you gonna just keep like knocking them back down? Like, I don't know how they're gonna resolve that.
It's kind of an interesting conundrum, right? Because if the
Also, a good episode. But yeah.
if the idea of the show is to focus on people who are lower decks people, and you want people to like those characters, you kind of like you have to let them grow, and if you let them
Or
grow,
let them be happy with where they are, like really happy.
Yes,
and
yes.
they're not all in that
which
boat.
none of them are. I think all of them would want to grow. All of them would want to advance. So either you make it kind of an anthology-ish show where you just have new people coming in a lot, which they have not done, or you just kind of have this like spinning hamster wheel effect where it's like nobody gets anywhere. None of these people ever get, like, again, like you said, Boimler wants to be on the Titan. He wants to be he wants to be a captain, essentially. We may be 20 years from that character becoming an actual captain, but we should only be 3 or 4 years from him becoming a
You should
lieutenant.
just look up Ensign Tilly's file. He'll find some stories.
Or Cadet Kirk's file from
I would love for their
2009.
Yeah, they should introduce a cadet. I mean, not like as a full-time character, but because then the cadet
Like as a little cousin.
They are lower than them.
but like the cadet keeps getting promoted faster than them, and then just
wow.
suddenly the cadet's first officer. I mean, that'd be weird,
like-
right?
Well, in the previous episode with that group of, command
Red shirts.
ensigns, I really liked that. These other characters, which I know we're not going to spend a lot of time with, but I liked introducing them. And every time they introduce more lower deck ensigns, it's really interesting. And I think they need to do that more.
No one likes you, Jessica. Oh, I just remember because that's the same name as my wife.
I'm still cracking up on where they all just start overlapping their inspirational speeches. And that's them helping. And like the other crew are getting like starry-eyed, and then they're like, wait, this isn't actually doing anything.
That's actually kind of, I think, maybe one of my bigger problems with Lower Decks now that we're talking about it. It's like there's no auxiliary crew. Like there's no
non-commissioned officers or whatever.
Well, yeah, not even that. Like we don't get like they have those 4 pods.
We need
there.
jumpsuit officers.
Not even that. We need more lower. Like we have that whole section of of those crew quarters, and we've seen 1 or 2 characters come in and out of there. 1 or 2 ensigns that come in and out of there. Like that one guy who was there the episode that
The
Boimler
substitute.
wasn't
Yeah.
there.
Was it Jet something?
Yeah, whatever. And he was actually kind of an interesting character.
He was interesting, yeah.
Like, why not have like a roster of like 12 like surface level characters that are just background characters
that are in and out and part of the plot. And obviously we still focus on these 4, but yeah, make it expanded up to 12. I think that would be a great idea. And they're kind of doing that. It's just not as we want more of that.
I mean, we certainly have a new tactical officer, though, so they're not afraid to introduce new characters.
Yeah, that's actually kind of what made me think of it, Philip, was like, a lot of times there are not major cast shifts, but at least minor ones in Star Trek between seasons, and like we didn't get any. Like even the one that we did get got reversed in like 2 episodes when they brought Jack's back. Shack's back.
Jax, yeah.
Jack's back. Well, and
So
that
it's-
bird guy we haven't seen in like.
Oh no, he was on the bridge in this episode. I noticed that. I was like,
Okay,
oh,
but I mean,
the counselor or the therapist.
he's been way less in this season. I feel.
Yeah. I don't think
But
he
you
said
would think-
anything.
You would think this would be easy to do in an animated show. Like, sending your voice clip of you saying "ha ha ha" or whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
Pineapple.
Just include the character, have a one-line thing, and like you would think it'd be way easier to do, but I don't know. It's just like I guess they just can't do it.
But all that to say, I like this episode. Yeah.
Yeah, I felt it was a very solid episode.
I laughed.
And Jeffrey Combs is,
Like, even with the stupid sex part, which is but like I still thought it was funny, so I liked it.
It was a way to make a cringy mother-son joke, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Like, it was a little Family Guy-ish. That's not an insult.
Well, and
but
I
just on the spectrum, a little Family Guy-ish, but it was still fun.
Well, and I liked when Billups is in engineering and like all the people there like him and he's good at his job. Yeah. And that was fun. I'm glad it was Billups and not one of the main four. That would have been weirder if like they're the prince or princess that we didn't know of. Like that just doesn't work for me.
I'm curious. I mean, it may have just been actors who voiced all the other evil computers at the end. I mean, I think that'd be fun.
I was thinking that same thing. I was like, are they by like other Star Trek alumni or what?
There's a computer one listed, which I think is the main one he's talking to, like having an actual conversation. And that was voiced by Fred Tatasciore, and he has also he did Shrax.
Oh, okay.
So he did.
It'd be fun
So
if
I think
everyone
they just
contributed
used-
their best evil.
Yeah,
voice.
everyone just contributed. And did everybody see the CBS logo, Evil Computer?
Oh, I didn't notice.
Oh, I didn't. There was a whole bunch of.
Oh, I noticed it right away. It's basically the standard block, and then it just had a blue glowing CBS logo on the top.
No, I am evil computer. I will take over.
Yeah, pretty much. But that
So
was funny.
do we all buy, and I absolutely do, by the way, that there is a big ginormous warehouse at the Daystrom Institute where all of these evil computers lie? I don't feel like that's breaking canon at all. That seems pretty in line, where they just kind of put them into a block, and there's a whole bunch of them, and they just keep them separated from. Do you think Moriarty ended up there? Maybe.
I'm surprised we haven't seen him.
That would be fun. Yeah, the CBS one was right.
Okay,
here.
I'm looking at. There's a Triforce, upside down Triforce. Sorry, we're looking at. It's not great for a podcast. I see the CBS one.
Triforce. Yeah,
I see that. That's almost like a. I don't know if that's a
no
power
sign.
Yeah, it's almost like a power of.
I was trying
Big
to
Brother.
look for more references. Like I was actually expecting
looks
to
like
see
something.
like the M5 computer, or something else. Like there's been more evil computers.
Yeah,
But they
I was
kept them
kind of
generic.
surprised. Yeah, I was. I think it was generic. I was surprised that it wasn't more specific, because usually Lower Decks doesn't waste an opportunity for those kind of references. So,
I mean, that's obviously the CBS is the joke. Like that's the one you're supposed to notice.
I was too busy looking for other things that I would like Star Trek that I would recognize. But
I wonder I mean, this is a dumb question. I wonder how they do animation, because like I don't know who does whether it's American or if it's Canadian or if it's sent to like Korea or something. Like I don't know who does the actual but like how do you describe that? Like if the animators are they Star Trek fans, or are they just doing an animation job? Just regular animators.
I mean,
like how do you describe like in the back scene have this picture that's used in episode 5
it's all
of TNG?
yeah. I mean, I'm sure that's all spelled out. It's not like left up to their imagination.
Taking pictures or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they only do 10 episodes, as much as they have work they have to do. So wait, so this is the episode 8? Is that what you said?
7.
7? So that we have 3 more? Is that
3
right?
more. Yep.
Okay.
And we do have a title for next
Yeah, I saw it. It was
week.
something weird.
what is it?
I Excretus.
I, comma.
Yeah.
Oh.
Excretus.
So it's going to be.
A cowboy.
A consultant arrives on the USS Cerritos to run drills that require the lower decks and bridge crew to swap duties.
Ooh.
Ooh. That'll be interesting. Yeah, we'll have...
Is it going to be Office Spacey?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm assuming Mariner and Boimler are going to jockey for the center chair.
I can see Beckett's like, I have 10
I'm literally her
supervisors,
daughter.
and I have no idea what my job is.
Well, no, but I'm saying, I mean, if a straight swap from the bridge to our main floor, but then the question is who is the first officer and who is the captain, and they're going to bicker over that.
We know.
I mean, we know.
One. Yeah.
Do you know who they should give the center chair for in that scenario? That guy from last episode who asked Ransom.
Oh, acting captain.
Oh, yeah.
Acting captain should be acting.
He should just walk in while they're squabbling and just sits down, and they're like, what? And then they're jockeying for the in command position chair.
It would be interesting, and I know I've sort of complained that we're focusing on the bridge crew and not our lower decks. It would kind of be funny to see Freeman, Ransom, Cat, Doctor, can't remember her name, and Billups, because that would sort of be the equivalents. Yeah. They're doing a lower deck adventure.
That's probably what we're gonna get. Like they're gonna be like cleaning the conduits and working on, and we're running drills. So if something's gonna happen, I think it's gonna be. It sounds like a lot of fun. That's a great idea for an episode.
Interesting. All right. Well, check out the episode next week, and we will talk about it. All right. We did closing thoughts. So, Darren, if people wanted to get a hold of you, how would they find you?
They can go to my website, drsci-fi.com, to find posts, blogs, mission reports, and my store. Or they can also listen to me here on the Nerd Party Network on Maker's Method, talking about being a maker, or on House Lights, talking about different directors as we shift into 90s Coppola coming up in just a little bit. So I'll get to round out the Godfather trilogy.
That sounds interesting. What about you, Philip? How would people get a hold of you as well?
Hear ye, hear ye. They can unscrolleth the parchment of my thoughts on Twitter at NC Public Servant.
Don't do that.
And if people wanted to find me, they could get a hold of me on Twitter as well, at 1up10. That's the number 1, not the word. All right, everyone, until next week, we will catch you in IX Crucius. I'm Daniel Prue.
I'm Philip Gelfus.
And I'm Darren Moser.
Stranded here on SETI Alpha 3.